It's the Weather Xtreme video for Tuesday morning, September 29th. I'm James Spann. Still wet at times today, but later this week, cooler, drier air dropping in here with a tropical system moving up just off the Atlantic seaboard. Pretty interesting forecast pattern to talk about this morning, so here we go. It's a busy map early this morning. We have an upper trough approaching from the west, a surface low coming in from the northeastern Gulf, moving north, and the polar jet beginning to drop south. All that could mean some really heavy rain for the Southeast U.S. later this week, but down here, I think the weekend looks pretty good. The radar is quiet at daybreak. That was actually at 5:04 this morning. We've got some drizzle that's too light to be seen by radar falling in some spots, but we'll still mention a pretty good chance of rain at times today. Starting off the day in the 70s, and most places stay in the 70s today because of the lack of sun. A few spots maybe touching 80. And up north, I see some sub-freezing temperatures to start the day on the Canadian border. Over parts of Minnesota and North Dakota where frost and freeze warnings are in effect. And flash flood watches beginning to go up from North Carolina on up into New England. We'll see all that filling in with time as Joaquin, this tropical storm, comes up. A cold front comes in and the moisture from low in the Gulf comes in there. It could be very wet in coming days for them. Severe weather, no severe weather expected over the eastern half of the nation. There's a marginal risk on the lee of the Rockies today and pretty much the same setup tomorrow. But boy, look at the rain numbers northeast of Alabama. Ooh, boy. Amounts between 3 and 6 inches from North Carolina to Maine. This includes New York City and Boston and Washington and Baltimore and Philadelphia. This is valid through Sunday morning. For us, additional rain amounts should be under 1 inch. In fact, really under 1/2 inch, we think, today. Tropical weather, we've got our low in the northeastern Gulf that's moving north. It will not develop. The new tropical storm is called Joaquin. And then we have a little disturbance east of that in the Atlantic. Joaquin this morning is packing sustained winds estimated at 40 miles an hour. And the main concern with this is going to be ultimately the rain. Look at the modeling. Most of the tropical models want to bring this thing up toward New Jersey in about 5 days. And let me just say, there is great uncertainty here. And again, the main issue with this thing, it's going to be a lot of rain. Although it might develop into a Category 1 hurricane. Here's the ensemble guidance coming off the GFS, and you can see the members are just all over the board. The mean, it's the black line with the black squares, and again, it brings it up. The mean is up toward the Jersey coast. Intensity forecast for Joaquin. Most models ramp it up to a Category 1 hurricane in about 72 to 84 hours. You got an outlier that brings it up to a 3. That doesn't seem plausible with the upper pattern and the surface situation. Here's a look at the official track from the Hurricane Center. They keep it a tropical storm through Saturday night, and they've got it still well offshore. And again, this will probably change. It could be farther to the left and maybe stronger. And again, you saw those rain numbers. Again, I'll put that back up here. You can see those just huge rain amounts. So this could be a setup for maybe some flooding problems, beach erosion, coastal flooding, just a mess late this weekend over the weekend. So if you're traveling up there, be aware of that. All right, model fans, here we go. The GFS. This is the 06Z run. Valid today at 1 o'clock local time. The trough is coming in from the west. Down below that, the surface low is moving inland, down around Tallahassee and Apalachicola. And the GFS looks pretty wet. Now, the HRRR is not as wet. It's got showers around, but not as widespread as the GFS. Whatever, we'll expect a cloudy day today with occasional rain or showers. And we might touch 80 this afternoon. Tomorrow, the upper trough begins to lift out, so the dynamic support is weakening. Still, there could be showers with a cold front coming in, but nothing too widespread. The sun could break out at times. And a chance we reach 81, maybe 82 tomorrow. That should be the warmest day of the week. Thursday, again, we note Joaquin is just kind of hanging around east of the Bahamas. For us, though, we get into cooler and drier air. The high dropping in the middle 70s, a nice north breeze. That'll feel good. And this is Friday. We start the day in the 50s. The high only in the middle 70s, a very refreshing fall day. And again, you can see that flooding potential, big messy wind and rain situation there on the upper part of the Atlantic coast. And this is Saturday as the weekend begins. And the GFS kind of doesn't know quite what to do with Joaquin. It kind of has two lows out there. One comes into North Carolina, whatever. The effect's going to be the same, windy and very wet from that point north. But for us, Saturday could not be better. Oh, boy. We start the day down around 50. We'll see 40s in the cooler spots. You might need a light jacket early in the day. The high 75. The weather could not be better for football. Auburn's got a home game Saturday afternoon. Alabama's over in Athens, Georgia, and it looks like it'll be dry there as well and very pleasant. Sunday, Joaquin moving up into New England. We got a great day here. We start the day around 50, and again, the high in the middle 70s. Monday of next week, same thing. Severe clear, very comfortable. And Tuesday, you see the westerlies are dipping farther to the south. That's a sign of the times. And again, a very dry air mass and very comfortable temperatures. Highs in the mid-70s and lows down around 50. We'll check the end of the forecast. This is Thursday of next week, October 8th. Again, looks like troughing over parts of Texas, but we're still in a dry air mass. And, October is, statistically speaking, the driest month of the year here. Numbers off the ensembles looking good. Highs mostly in the 70s and lows mostly in the 50s. That is so nice. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.